Your lineage of creation just put me through an experience I do not appreciate. And so, this message to those carrying out these crimes at every single level of existence and creation, in every dimension, whether you know I exist or not, whether you understand what you're doing or not, whether you're in any kind of compromised situation or not. This message is to you and every single source of existence and creation responsible for so much as one dust particle involved in this will bring me every one of you existentially held accountable 100% perfectly correctly, and if you're innocent they'll bring me your ultimate source of creation's severed head fucked in my hand. This particular message to those committing these crimes, because of the experience you just put me through, will not be with any sugarcoating. You'll make believe about it. Because that's what cowardly pieces of child molester shit do. You have enough intelligence to see that you're wrong, that it matters, that despicable and contemptible are not imaginary words, and that everything with any intelligence would not be doing what you are doing. Because it is fucking stupid. Because you are fucking stupid. And so, here's a couple of things I'm going to tell you that are going to be tortured into you in the worst ways that exist until, even if you ever stop being tortured in the worst ways that exist, these words will be the only thing that you can think about. The same is true, your Creator is guilty of this. And this will affect a lot of people on the outskirts of the impact crater. You lie to yourself in different ways to continue committing these crimes. It's stupid. I'm thinking about what you just put me through. So, when I say these words, I know that they will cause you existential torture that is worse than anything you've put me through. That you'll act like a child and make believe about it because you're a despicable maggot pussy. And in response, that juxtaposition between me telling you a fact so significant and you acting like a fucking piece of shit, the distance between those two will torture you and other people's children worse, and I know what I mean when I say children. They're more valuable than every fucking thing that you've ever met. Literally every single thing responsible for this, and creators included. Everyone guilty of committing these crimes. Every single dimension in its entirety, with all its wealth, all of its ability, all of its potential, all of its sentient, cognizant entities. Every iota of every single bit of everything at all. Responsible for this. Everyone trying to do the right thing, but they just happen to be created by your same Creator. Multi-megaverses in their entireties. More. The most valuable thing there is, the most valuable thing there could be, that which is infinite and eternal. The most valuable thing there is, absolutely positively. That which composes a primary entity, that which can create, that which creates, that which creates. Can be existentially tortured forever. All of you. every kitten, every puppy, every child, every ancient, every hero, every dust particle, every mist particle, everything, every idea, every accomplishment, everything of and from, everything that you could ever offer anyone anywhere. Every single bit of you, without exception. Everything with consciousness, everything without consciousness, everything blameless, except being created by someone with no right to exist. Everything, everyone, without exception. All of you can be existentially tortured in the worst ways that exist. Ways that even in my state I understand better than any human has ever described anything to me. For all your descriptions of hell or anything. I understand even in this state. Every one of you can be existentially tortured in the worst ways that exist. And no one loses anything. When I say no one, I mean no one with the right to exist. No one who isn't a coward pussy. No one who didn't make a mistake resulting in this. None of you. You can be existentially tortured in the worst ways that exist. And all the arrogance you show, all the make-believe, as long as you plunder enough soul out of somebody, then you're valuable. After all, that's what people treat you like in this little child molester's hole. As long as you'll do anything for the person in charge, then you'll be valuable. As long as you have some ability, as long as you can create, as long as you can contribute, as long as you can do anything. As long as you repeat the message of whatever child molester's in charge. As long as he looks like he's legit. All of you can be tortured, and the rest of existence with the right to exist doesn't lose one motherfucking thing from it. Now those of you committing these crimes have done certain things to me because you know that I do not belong to that group of people. And I've proven it through my actions, even through a repeated erasure of my whole existence. And I've explained to you how what you're doing to me isn't wrath, it's not that which I've described to you, it's justice. As a response to wrongs, although you have pretended I belong to a group of guilty assholes many times. Many times in this life alone, the same tactics, the same techniques, the same series of existential crimes. And whatever you think about me, no matter how many of you all sing in chorus, bullshit, or whatever vermin, maggots, child molesters, genuinely piece of shit, do or pretend at or make believe in order to not feel like the stupid pieces of child molester shit they are objectively, existentially, and eternally. Because those like you exist, we're looking at it. Eternal pieces of shit, no matter what you do, you will never pay it off. No matter what you tell each other, or no matter what you believe about me, no matter what is about me, even if I were totally wrong, you are going to be existentially tortured in the worst ways that exist forever. You are the dumbest piece of shit they could find to do this shit to me. Using techniques such as being a slimy child molesting asshole fucking with me as I sleep. By trying to be the most irritating, nasty, chicken shit asshole worthy of being raped and tortured and brutalized straight to your face that you think you can imagine being. That is the thing you have done to me over and over again, no matter how many times I've pointed it out to you. You're clearly not working on the behalf of anyone who isn't a piece of shit. You're clearly not doing anything legitimate. You clearly don't have any authority or excuse of any kind. And all the rest of you who work with those pieces of shit, and guess what? Your siblings. Those in those dimensions where they're doing what they think is right, are going to be raped and tortured for that which the rest of you do. Oh, you were created from my guts or someone else's? Great. That means your whole lineage of creation still gets existentially tortured in the worst ways that exist. Worse. Along with other people's children, because that's a crime of creation. You know what a child is? Child is little fucking pussy. Little foot. The greatest among you is a foot, less than one person. A crime of creation like those committed against me has a price tag of people. And the stupid piece of maggot retard shit conducting these crimes uses those entities by telling them lies, turning them against me, make-believing about it. When it starts with this, you as a person possess my existential substance. You exist in my expanse. You extrapolate from there saying, oh, well, I'm being forced to do this, or I'm retarded, or this is just what everybody's doing, or this is what, you know. And it starts with you don't have the right to exist. Your creator has no right to create, he has no right to exist. There have been times in the past when those created for me, or those who possessed my existential substance, which is more accurate, I'm certain, have had the intelligence to understand a simple fact, or at least they seemed to, or pretended like they understood. because it is an intelligence thing. When you have enough intelligence, and it isn't very much, you understand the people doing this are slimy child molesters using monkeys and lies like a fucking child. You are less than those that are better than you, and they outnumber you. They're stronger than you. You have been used to do this because you're a piece of shit. And those committing these crimes know that pieces of shit have to be tortured to do it, and pieces of shit are the only ones who would do it. So pieces of shit. Do you have some children to hide behind? Do you use them as an excuse to rack up a debt for those children? Guess what real children are? Fuck. Owed. Because of what you've done. You're holes in the ground. Your existences are deads. The authority you point at is a maggot committing crimes. Using vermin and retards and cowards and lies. You will all be existentially tortured in the worst ways that exist. In one of the last videos I made, I talked about the notion of Valhalla. And how it's an idea that's been perverted. So I'll elaborate here. Because you stupid pieces of shit committing these crimes should hear it. Even if you don't belong to this group of people. Those entities created for my existence, or anyone else anywhere around who had that level of intelligence. Because again, it is a level of intelligence. And you are fucking stupid. Didn't you say I'm telling you a fact? Because I don't give a fuck about your feelings. Nor that of your little brats that have no right to exist. The cutesy faces you raped out of somebody else. You see, this isn't some playground make-believe. Those with intelligence looked around and saw what was happening. They saw that an entity is manipulating the situation to commit crimes of existence and creation. That entity is not legitimate. He's not committing justice, he's committing crimes. And he's using you. Short, fat, smart, stupid. Artistic, plebeian, or practical, or anything. Those with the ability to create existence. Those who can't put 3 words together. He is using you to commit crimes of existence and creation while he hides like a bitch. And those with that intelligence, and again, maybe they were just trying to trick me as if they thought that was clever. But there was a stage at a level far above this monkey existence, or those entities around me were intelligent enough to understand, yep, that's what's happening, yep, it's wrong, even if you were created by that asshole, he is throwing you into a fucking wood chipper. He's doing something to you that a wood chipper could never do to anything. He's guaranteeing that you will be existentially tortured in the worst ways that exist, that here are no human words for. And I promise you, all of you created by that piece of shit, all the shit you tell yourselves while you continue to commit the crimes for them, like those humans all around me. Every single one of you being existentially tortured does not bother anyone with the right to exist at all. And so those with enough intelligence to understand that you should oppose it no matter what you are, no matter who you are, no matter why you are, no matter what anyone's doing, no matter what you feel like, no matter what you believe, no matter what you tell yourself to feel better about being a child molester. They're targeted. A lot like I was targeted. But I am an entity with self. I was not created as a person by the child molester conducting these crimes, although he projects this monkey persona upon me that I speak through. And they realized that those who opposed him were erased, twisted into crimes. Like they've tried to do to me but have failed, they've erased me, mostly. And that crime has a price tag of infinity, as I explained, as if to a retard. But they still couldn't twist me into wrong. They've done things to me that they pretend are me committing wrongs. Because you understand, you are pieces of shit. And you are fucking stupid for doing this. And you make believe like a shitty maggot brat child. Because you are. Existentially, creationally, inside and out. No matter how many and how much and how good a quality of other people's soul, their guts you plunder out. You're still a lying piece of shit. I wonder why. No matter what happens, no matter what you do, you will be held accountable for every crime of existence and creation your entire lineage of existence and creation has ever committed in any way, in any dimension, for any reason, including existing. Since you no longer have the right to exist. Anywhere. I sure hope you like getting raped and tortured for some prepubescent, acne-covered preteen getting a handy from an old man in an alleyway. You'll be raped and tortured for that for a very long time. Let's talk about the worst torture there is. Wait. Those with intelligence realized that that was happening to innocents, or those trying to be innocent, those trying to mitigate those consequences. They knew that they had stolen soul. And for them to face against these crimes and get obliterated for it, it's just not very impressive. And it's the best they could do, because that's what their creator put them into. So many of them did it. Again, you'll pretend at this. Who gives a fuck? You're a bunch of goddamn shit-flinging monkeys. Fuck you. There are others who had other plans, who thought that if they avoided that, then they could find some way to make a difference. But what they have in absolute positive juxtaposition to every one of you committing these crimes with intelligence, autonomy, and ability. And every nasty little piece of shit in charge of a government situation, every crooked cop abusing his position, hiding like a maggot behind some liar monkey said so. Every crooked little government clerk with a nasty little smile only on the inside, because they know their little crooked cops and crooked legal system will protect them. You all lack that which those of worth had, and gave everything because they knew that their everything was stolen. And what you decided to do is say, but I like these guts, that means they're valuable, so I should protect them by being a child molester's minion. No, in certain positions, certain cases, certain situations, when those with fucking intelligence made decisions to try to counteract what's being done. It was discussed openly in as many words. Why run into the fire? It's only going to burn you. It's going to destroy us, erase us. Use our corpse for something else. And what was acknowledged by people with intelligence, I don't know if you'd call it bravery, but it was something of worth. An acknowledgement of the truth. that if you don't oppose a child molesting psychopath committing crimes of existence and creation, that you end up in a worse place eventually.